Wonderful. Today we have the topic of nurturing a relationship with ourselves. A relationship is a very complicated topic, very complicated thing in our lives, which affects a lot. In fact, a single most important thing in our lives. We carry various types of relationships. So, I was just trying to pack the things in this presentation. It's in fact, it requires about 3 to 4 hours at least, but we'll have to pack everything in the next 35 to 40 minutes. All right, we'll just get started with some of the contemplations. We all have relationships, and there are many different types of relationships. Can somebody name some of the relationships? We'll start with positive relationships that you have experienced in the life, just in general, that you can think of.
I think friendship is
Yeah, friendship is one. Yes, sir.
because it has a choice. I mean, people cannot have choice to choose the relationship, but friendship is a relation which goes on choice, maintained by choice, and continued by willingness and mutual consent of each other.
Yes, sir. Definitely, friendship is a key relationship. Thank you. But somehow I was not able to catch everything you said. You did say about friendship. Sorry, there was some audio problem, I think. All right. Thank you, sir. Any other, Jambunathan, sir? You want to say something?
I also said friendship, sir.
Okay,
My
friendship is one
friendship.
such relation you remember, right?
Yeah, lovely. I mean, love.
Love and compassion type of thing. Yes. Any other thoughts about any of the other types of relationships? We have a lot of
relationship with our family, each and every member, husband, child, aunts, uncles, daughter-in-laws, son-in-laws, mother-in-law, and every kind of relationship at home.
Yeah,
It's also
definitely, madam.
important, and with work colleagues, strangers we meet, everything is important. The way we address, like we walk in the street, somebody says good morning to you, it makes you feel good, makes them feel good. So even strangers.
Yes, definitely. You just summed it up in 2 sentences. Yeah, those strangers are kind of transactional relationships, and the relationships within the family and in the professional world, like colleagues.
And even when you go to restaurants and stuff, I have seen some people just shout at the people who serve if they are delayed or this thing, that calmness there to wait, be patient, and tell them kindly. So every situation in our day from morning till night, we have somebody to have a relationship with in some form.
Yes, definitely. All interactions are happening through some kind of relationship.
Yeah,
Premi,
I have to.
yeah. Yes,
blood relationship and nearby relationships and guru shishya, you are my guru. I am your
no, sir,
shishya.
you are the guru for everyone.
That is also
You
a
are so humble,
relationship.
right?
Because
Right.
yeah.
You are so
For me,
inspiring. Yeah,
for
why
me,
the madam?
yeah, the relations are towards living and non-living things as well.
That's what the pets. Yeah.
Especially with nature.
Yes, madam, definitely. With nature, with both the living and non-living things. Premiji, you wanted to say something? I was not.
With our pets. I
Along
wanted to
with pets and all. Okay.
mother and daughter. These are very dear, intimate relationships. I think.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. All right, you summed it up very well. And as far as relationships go, there are two types of relationships, right? We keep coming across the positive relationships, the positive aspect of it, which greatly helps us in our lives, and the negative aspect of it, the negative relationships like toxic relationships, rivalries, etc. They hinder our growth and, in fact, our well-being. Please start the presentation. All right. We'll start with the relationship with others. Right? There is I, and there are others. First of all, who am I? I'm saying that I have relationship with others. I need to define that I. Who am I? And from there, we have others, where there are various other types of relationships. As you can see in this slide, we have good relationships. And in the next one, we have both good positive relationships and also the negative relationships. And this is with others. Who am I? It is a kind of perception I have about myself, right? I am so and so. I have so and so. I am this. I am that. I do this. I do that. I know this. I know that. Right? Our own perceptions, belief system, value system, our own views and opinions about everything. That constitutes what I think I am, right? So when there are these two elements, on one side I have I, I am, and on the other side there are others. Based on others and the relationship we carry with them, which is some kind of distrust, sabotage, thanklessness, convenience, cunning, rivalry. How many times we have observed like you help someone and they don't even remember about it? That thankless kind of things. Convenience, whenever they are free, convenient for them, they'll talk to you. Otherwise, they may not be interested in talking to you. Just for time pass, right? Convenience. So these are some of the negative type of relationships. And we have on the other side relationships that are supported by trust. And of course, every relationship needs this key element of trust, right? If we don't have trust, we don't even buy something from that seller or don't do any business with that client or service provider. So trust is the key aspect with which all our relationships get established. And there is respect. And if you go deep down, there is a kind of selfless, caring, responsible towards others, being comfortable in relationship, just being comfortable. Yes, when these people are around, I feel very comfortable, right? Openness. We will not be open with everyone, but with some people, that openness, friendliness will be felt. And definitely loyalty. These are some of the things when we come across these two elements, when there is I on one side and when there is others on the other side, having relationship with them. And we discussed what relations do you have with others. You all of you mentioned about various types of relationships, and you covered pretty much everything related to them. Now, the foundation of fulfillment, nurturing relationship with yourself. This is the topic for today. Right? So here, what does it mean to manage relationship with ourselves? What do you think? Any thoughts on that, please? What do you mean by managing relationship with myself? Yes, Premiji. You are unmuted. Otherwise, Manjula madam, if you want to go.
Accepting ourselves as who we are, like trying to improve and not feeling guilty about everything that we do. Oh, we could have done it this way, that way. That creates a lot of stress in my observance. So I try to improve on that. That's the one main thing for me. Oh, I could have done it this way, that way. Like I need to be
Mhm.
myself.
Yeah, a kind of perfectionist mindset, right? Okay,
Yes.
okay, wonderful. Yes, yes, definitely. We all have perceptions about ourselves. I am so and so, and I want to change it.
Self-analysis.
Self-analysis.
Different people have different views on how you are, but you be firm and be clear about yourself. That's what I feel. So because I'm not swayed by other people's opinions about how I look or how I feel or anything, that sort of thing. I have a relationship with myself, saying that this is what I am, and I'm not very bothered by other people's opinions.
Yeah, wonderful, madam. Yeah, that's a type of relationship we have with ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitulji, you have raised your hand. Please, let me go next.
Well, I think spending me time, spending time alone, thinking about yourself, re-evaluating your achievements, your goodness, your pros and cons, can help maintaining relationship with ourselves. And uh, yeah, spending me time is the key to it.
Yes, definitely. Spending time alone and that me time and reflecting. Wonderful, sir. And Shiva, you wanted to say something, sir? You raised your hand. You may unmute and speak. Not sure if you pressed by mistake. Yeah, Krishnaji, I think you also pressed that button.
Self-awareness and self-care.
Self-awareness. Yeah, wonderful, madam. Yes, keyword. All right. Just a different perspective. We'll have slightly a different approach because there was a message that I had shared, right? We say we should change from, say, distrust to trusting ourselves, or from criticism to compassionate, being compassionate towards ourselves. Yeah, these are all good things to do. The problem is how to do them. What is the way of transformation? So it is not intellectual thing, right? Otherwise, we all know we should not harm us and we should be respectful towards us. How to do that? How do we get there? So let's go slightly towards the basics of it. Understanding and managing a relationship with our experiences. We'll shortly see about that. And here, what is an experience then? And what are different experiences that you experience? What do you call an experience? Any thoughts on that, please? At this moment, let me ask a question. Yeah, just a question. Okay, plus first you define experience and then I'll go with that question. Yeah, Mitul, sir, please.
Experience can be with any those people. I mean, experience is,
I'm
in
not
other
able to
words,
hear you
experience
clearly,
is
sir. Your
learning. What
voice
we
is breaking up.
is
You
it
are,
audible now?
yeah, better, I think so. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Sir,
I call
repeat the
experience,
questions.
I mean, to differentiate and learning can happen with anything. It can happen to any object, person, the way how you live, the way how you have spent time with anything. I mean, it can be anything of this universe. And then whatever we learn, we get in other words as experience, that we experience that. I can, that's how I
Yeah, thanks for your perspective, sir. I understand. Uh, Krishnaji, the question is, what do you mean by an experience? Yeah, Manjula, madam, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, what for me an experience is like when you're it's a happy situation, like everybody is there for you, everybody is around me. But my experience has been who has been with me during my very difficult times. Uh, they don't have to like physically help. Just call Manjula, how are you doing? How are you managing the situation? Just that one small question. So people who have been like very close, and when I'm in the tough times, they don't even make a call, communicate, or come forward. And suddenly, from the blue, somebody whom I rarely connect with is there, totally helping and doing everything for me. That is an experience on how you should be when somebody is going through difficult times. What is making them feeling happy, feeling cared for? Who cares for you during the tough times? That has been a big life learning experience in many situations, because we have gone through a lot of hard times and we know who has been there time and again helping. And a lot of people I go and help, they don't even like acknowledge, say something I cook and give. Okay, Manjula, thank you. This day they had a surgery, and like every day you go and try to give them food, like weekly once. Okay, the food you gave me was helpful, or thank you, this was too spicy, maybe you could make it a little better, or you know, something like that.
Yeah,
All these
definitely.
experiences help learn.
Yes, madam. Wonderful. Managing relationship. Right. Definitely. Thank you, madam. Premisi, you wanted to say something?
I thought you were asking the meaning. What is
Yeah,
experience?
meaning of experience. Yes, yes, please.
The inner chemistry which you feel within you. That's all.
Whatever we feel within
Yeah.
us. Yes,
An inner
yes.
chemistry within the system, and you can
Ve-
feel
ve-
it.
Yeah, very well put it, madam. Definitely. Yeah, whatever I am feeling at this moment inside me, that is my experience as of now.
That's it.
Definitely. All right, let's move on. Here is a big list of experiences, the game of experiences, the emotions and sensations. During various circumstances, because of various events, because of the interaction with various people, we feel like victimized or rejected or ignored. These are all experiences, right? Whatever the emotion I am feeling at this moment, it's an experience. Whatever sensation on my body I am feeling at this moment, that's an experience at this moment. There may be self blame, a feeling of guilt, hurt, unworthy, feeling like unworthy, feeling like a failure, that sadness, despair, hopelessness, anything, all those entire spectrum of negative experiences, including anxiety, stress, fatigue, and also the positive ones like feeling calmness, happiness, feeling comfortable, warmth, feeling safe, harmony, peace. So these are my direct experiences. Who caused, how they caused, it's all different. At this moment, what is my body chemistry? right? As Premiji very nicely put it. That's my experience. Let's keep it as simple as this and let's move forward. And apart from these, is there anything else that you think you can experience? Whatever is felt in the body and whatever is felt in the mind, just for contemplation. And let's move on. Who am I? As we discussed earlier, a quick summary of it. Who am I? When I look at this question, it feels to me like whatever I think I am, it's coming from memory. I'm a set of whatever is stored in my memory, the perceptions, the belief system that I carry, the value system, my guesses, views, my judgments, my habit patterns, and the identity or the ego that says, I know this, I know that, I do this, I do that, I am this, I am that, I am so and so. All this define who I am, right? That's nothing but ego or the identity. We identify with these elements. Right? Is there anything else that you feel exists in the first place other than this? Just for contemplation. And I say managing or nurturing relationship with myself. What does it mean? There is I, there is myself, there is a set of my experiences, which we saw just now. Positive experiences, negative experiences, even neutral experiences. A question for contemplation. This body, is this body I, or is it just an experience? Just for contemplation, no judgments about it. Okay. Now let's look at default habit pattern of the mind. We got on one side, who am I? That is I. And on the other side, myself. I'm thinking about having the relationship between the two, right? Splitting them. There is I and there is myself or my experiences. What could be the relationship? There are two things. The first one, when we are unconsciously experiencing, that we do most of the time, what happens? Whatever is happening here, whatever the experience is here, we are experiencing it already, but most of the time unconsciously, exploring it. When we deeply explore it, we suffer the experience. We don't suffer our relationship with somebody else. We suffer the direct experience that we have at this moment. For example, somebody says something to me and I feel angry. That anger has arisen only in me, or that sadness has arisen only in me. And there is some kind of resistance to that sadness, anger, etc. And that makes me suffer that experience. Deep inside me, it doesn't know whether somebody exists or not. It's all about my experience. And all experience is happening within me, nowhere else. Even if I hear something, that hearing takes place in my ear inside. If I see something, that seeing takes place inside my brain. The eyes are only medium to see. And we suffer both positive and negative experiences. Let us not get too deep into it, but at a high level, whenever there is positive experience, it's creating some kind of that like, desire, craving, etc. And in long term, it just gets converted into I want it, I want it, I want it. What is the way out from from these experiences? And we cannot live without these experiences that are happening all the time. Easiest is just being conscious about them. It just solves problem. Most of the things will get resolved. Just conscious experiencing. Now, do you recognize the experience in the present moment? Let's explore it. I am breathing currently, right? How do I know it? I know it from the memory, which is just a stored information. Let me ask another question. Is the breath happening through my left nostril or from the right nostril, or if it is equal in both the nostrils? Can we explore? Can anyone say which nostril is active now?
Both the nostrils.
Both the nostrils are active, right? Okay. Anybody else?
As per my experience, periodically it changes. I mean, the
No, sir.
tenure
At
is
this
half an
moment,
hour or 1 hour.
at this moment, sir.
At this moment,
That's information again coming
at this
from
moment it
memory.
is big.
Yes.
Right.
At this moment,
Whatever
the
is coming from periodic and all, it's all coming from memory textbooks, which is stored in the memory. At this moment, I am feeling, yes, the breath is coming in from left. It's active. That's it. Yes, sorry, somebody else was saying something.
both nostrils are massive.
Both the nostrils are active. Krishna ji. Okay, thank you.
For me, I feel the right nostril.
Right nostril is active. Yes. So this is the direct experience at this moment. We are not imagining something. And we are not even judging it. This is right, this is wrong, it should happen this way, it should happen that way. Not at all intellectualizing it. We are just sensing it, feeling it. That direct experience. Right? This is one such experience which is related to the breath. All right. Now, about positive and negative we are coming from. For some experiences, we have acceptance. Not just acceptance, there is a desire to have those experiences, repeat experiences. I ate some very tasty dosa in some hotel. Yeah, I should keep going there at least once in a month and taste it. That desire to have the repeat experiences. In the same way, there are unpleasant experiences which we resist. I don't want to repeat them. That resistance arises for such experiences. It's an indirect way of fear. So here we'll call it as just resistance to unpleasant experiences. Unfortunately, this resistance is creating a lot of pain and misery in our lives. What you resist persists. It gets enhanced. What you accept it just dissolves. It starts dissolving. At least there won't be any further negative impact because of it. Key to managing negative experiences. Acceptance versus resistance. Many a times, right? There may be some negative aspects or some limitations about me. If I accept them, not others, if I accept them, a lot of problems will be solved. We don't need to convince anybody else. If I accept them, I know what to say to others. But problem is I don't accept them. I keep trying to prove to others that no, 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 I am not that, I am this, I am so and so, right? That false identity or the resistance to the reality will keep creating a lot of problems in our lives, specifically with regards to the negative experiences. Once we accept from our side, there is no problem at all inside us. What others think is their problem. What I think about myself counts more than what others think about me, right? Accepting, allowing, and letting it be. Not trying to keep on fixing it. And feeling a sense of compassion and kindness towards ourselves. When things go wrong with others, we feel kindness, compassion towards them. But when they go wrong with ourselves, it is so unfortunate. We suffer it and we feel anger towards it. We feel uh, like I am a failure instead of feeling a sense of compassion and kindness towards others. Equanimity is the key in managing all these positive or negative experiences. Here are the things in general, all three of them. We have on one side my relationships, on the other side my experiences. We saw that big list, right? What are my relationship with myself? They can be either acceptance, allowing, letting be, or resisting, right? But when we are consciously experiencing them, the best thing that happens is the relationship with our experiences changes. It starts changing. With the negative experiences, instead of resistance to the negative experiences, acceptance starts happening. It is okay to have pain. Yes, pain is there. I have shown it to doctor, got operated. It's not fixed. Certain things may be fixed. It is still, that is residual pain. If we go on fighting with the pain, it will not go. It will increase. The moment I accept, yes, there is pain, I'll have to manage with it. Allowing and letting it be here. And being compassionate and kindness towards ourselves. Respecting our body. Taking care of whatever the care needs to be taken. Taking care of it. Positive experiences. Usually we ignore whatever is good, nurturing, beautiful. We just ignore it. But can we bring a sense of gratitude towards whatever is good in our lives, appreciating it and feeling joy towards it, and bringing a sense of friendliness and goodwill to whatever is positive? As Madam said, just appreciating it, right? When you serve food for somebody, when you take care of somebody, at least once in a while, right? And of course, equanimity is the common relationship that doesn't have any side effect. So three types, mainly two: negative experience, positive experiences, and third one is neutral experience. We can just recognizing, bring that awareness, the element self-awareness to neutral experiences also, so that even their side effects are taken care of. So the foundation is two elements mainly: the presence and awareness. In this moment, both are in this moment. It's not about intellectual at all. It's not about memory. It is not about books. It is not about what I know. Right? It's about what is happening in this moment, being clearly aware of it, being present in this moment. That presence brings enthusiasm. The stronger our relationship with our experiences, the healthier and more fulfilling our relationships with others will be. Because when I feel comfortable with my experiences, then I automatically feel comfortable with everyone else. Whatever happens, whoever is there, it doesn't matter much to me, right? But if I am not comfortable within myself, I cannot be comfortable with anybody else. How do you relate to some of your experiences? For example, if there is negative experience, do you feel a sense of acceptance, allowing and letting it be? Or do you resist it? It's okay to take care, that's different matter. But as far as the things that are not in our control, can we accept them rather than always blaming them or keep on resisting or trying to keep on changing or becoming perfect? Can we accept some of our imperfections? We all have imperfections, right? But if we go on hiding, avoiding, resisting some of them, they will keep bothering us. Just understanding how I relate to my own experiences, recognizing it. Is there acceptance or resistance? Is there gratitude, appreciation, and joy? Or am I ignoring them? So these are the three experiences we discussed: negative, positive, and equanimity, and these relationships like acceptance, allowing, letting be, compassion, kindness towards them, and also gratitude and appreciation. Now, we looked at it, recognizing the breath and being present. Now, let us look at how our relationship changes. It's experiential one. Can we recognize the breath in the present moment? If we just recognize and be aware of it, it leads to a sense of joy, an inner joy. Let's explore in this moment. Do you sense the joy at this moment in this space of awareness and presence? The joy of simply being aware of the breath, direct experience of the breath. As Buddha says, one who knows about himself is never disturbed by what others think about him. Now exploring, is this breath, do I call it as I, or is it an experience? The problem is that we consider those experiences as I. We identify with those experiences, be it emotions or sensations on the body. The moment we identify, yes, I am this, we get carried away by that emotion. For example, there is an anger. If I feel I am angry, my identity is changed. We had defined who I am. But now I am saying I am angry. The whole of my body, mind, everything is occupied with that anger, the feeling of the anger. And there is a resistance to that feeling, suffering because of it. Instead of that, can I be just a witness to it? Yes, it is an experience happening in the mind. There is an experience of anger in the mind. Anger is still there, but we are not identifying with it. Instead, we are understanding that I am not that anger. Anger is just an emotion that has arisen in the mind. This is possible only when we clearly and distinctly identify our experience of anger, our experience of breath. If it is positive experience, it enhances the joy. If it is a negative experience, it reduces its impact. The anger will come down immediately the moment there is awareness of anger along with the sense of presence. There is nothing else. There is only anger. There is only awareness of breath. There is only emotion. There is only some other sensation that we experience. Recognizing it and having relationship with it. Am I accepting or resisting? Am I feeling gratitude and joy towards it or ignoring it? Now, back to the same question. What is an experience? Let me get into details. There is a space of experience which is created by some environment, event, situation, some trigger, stimulus points, right? And because of this environment, the space of experience, what happens is within the space of experience, there are body sensations. As I'm sitting here, there are sensations in the body. As I am sitting here, there is sensation of the breath. As I am sitting here, there are sensations, or there are emotions in the mind. There are thoughts in the mind, and there are impulses like I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that. Right? The reactions or the impulses. This is happening all the time. All the time, there are bodily sensations, there are breath, there is at least one emotion in the mind. There is always an emotion in the mind, or we are always in a mood. Regarding body, there is always a posture where whether we are standing, lying down, sitting, or moving, there is always a body posture. So it's all happening already. Or, in other words, we are already experiencing it unconsciously. Now, where do I fit in it? We are anyways experiencing, right? All these things. With knowledge or without knowledge, consciously or unconsciously, we are experiencing it. There are only two options we have. One is either experience unconsciously that we are anyway doing and suffer the experience. If it is negative experience, we feel bad about it, we resist it, we feel bad about ourselves, the whole day is gone. Or experience consciously and feel the sense of freedom from the experience immediately. Because there will be some distance between I and the experience. I am not the experience. Yes, experience is happening, but I'm not that experience. The moment that clarity arises, it cannot cause more harm to me. The impact will be reduced. That feeling, that sense of freedom from the experience. Let's explore. Do you feel a sense of freedom from the experience when it is clearly observed? Closing the eyes, sitting comfortably. Noticing what is in the mind at this moment. What thoughts are here? And what is the state of the mind or emotion in the mind? If we can't recognize, can we inquire a bit? At this moment, is there agitation in the mind or is it calm? If there is calmness, clearly recognizing there is calmness. If there is agitation, clearly recognizing there is agitation in mind. Awareness of the experience of agitation in the mind. So either it is agitation or calmness at this moment. In the same way, is there a sense of laziness at this moment or enthusiasm? In the same way, is there a sense of confusion in the mind? Clearly observing, yes, there is confused state of mind at this moment. Not trying to fix it, but simply recognizing it. Letting it be, clearly understanding there is confused state of mind at this moment. If there is clarity, yes, clearly understanding there is clarity in the mind at this moment. At a high level, is there pleasantness in the mind or is it unpleasant at this moment? Or maybe something neutral, neither pleasant nor unpleasant. What is important is recognizing it, acknowledging it, exploring it, and letting it be, not trying to fix it. It is my experience, or in other words, it is myself. that sense of acceptance to whatever arises in the mind. In the same way, on the body, based on what is in the mind, there will be related sensations on the body. If there is agitation in the mind, there will be uncomfortable sensations on the body. If there is calmness in the mind, there will be related sensations on the body. Clearly recognizing what it feels like in the body. There may be pain in some parts of the body or pleasantness in some other parts, feeling of energy flows, feeling of warmness, coolness, anything it could be. The moment you look at these experiences directly, our relationships change with them. It is nothing but consciously experiencing them, not fighting with them, not fighting with the experiences, not resisting, being okay to be not okay, being okay with uncomfortableness, and feeling gratitude towards whatever is pleasant, savoring it, feeling joy towards it, appreciating it. Do you feel a sense of freedom from the experience when it is clearly observed? And can we explore it with all ordinary activities in our day-to-day lives, like washing the dishes, cleaning the house, whatever we may be doing? Can we do it with a sense of presence and awareness so that we are aware of the experiences? We are connected to ourselves. Appreciating the good intention that we have about ourselves, feeling gratitude towards ourselves, towards our body system, be it digestion, respiration, endocrine system, muscular system, skeletal system. They may not be perfect, but still good enough. And if there are certain body parts that are not working as expected, can we feel compassionate towards them? Can we show a sense of kindness, a sense of care and respect? We usually do it for others, but we don't do it for ourselves. Let us intentionally practice gratitude, appreciation, compassion, and kindness. And of course, acceptance, allowing and letting them be. This will automatically develop and strengthen equanimity and our overall well-being. Once we have good relationship within ourselves, all our relationships will start flourishing in the outside world also. With this sense of gratitude towards our body and towards our intentions, slowly lifting both the hands up, rubbing the palms with each other, keeping the palms onto eyes, feeling that warmness. This is also our experience, direct experience. And when we are rubbing the palms, there is a sound that is also experience. And slowly opening the eyes by looking at the palms. I am looking at the palms and palms are being seen. This is also experience. Can we experience it consciously? There is a sense of presence and a sense of awareness. This is nothing but Sat Chit that leads to Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. And there is Ananda, the happiness, the blissfulness, the contentment in a simply recognizing the direct experience and in simply being. Exploring it in this moment. Being with Sat Chit Ananda. Presence, awareness, and feeling the joy of it. Awareness of direct experience as it is, with a sense of presence, moment to moment. And again, here, awareness is more important. Awareness of that experience is more important. Not the experience itself. Experience can be anything. But our relationship with that experience is important, right? How we relate to the experience. Experience can be positive or negative, but can we have the relationship always positive? This helps in building the cognitive ability and emotional intelligence, and it builds our mental strength and resilience towards everything. Okay. I think during one of the other classes we had covered this chart. Probably you are aware of it. The three types of experiences: pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral experiences, and how we relate to them initially and after practicing. So whatever is there on the left hand side is default mode network, and on the right side it is developing that quality, those qualities of gratitude, appreciation, joy, acceptance, etc. And again, we at Meta Mindful Presence, it's a space for personality development and holistic well-being, and we conduct the sessions, mainly corporate training sessions on leadership and personality development through growth mindset model, emotional intelligence, on stress management, and overall self-awareness and mindfulness-based practices. Thank you everyone for being. Wonderful.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. It was a nice session. Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. So I request you to please leave your feedback in the WhatsApp group. And if anybody would like to share your feedback on the LinkedIn, please do let me know.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
being.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.